The following is an ESG on-location video.
Welcome to a largely empty corridor here at the Austin Convention Center, where a whole bunch of us have been here for the last few days for the inaugural Dell EMC World. Now, when I've been to Dell Worlds before, I've ridden escalators, I've stood on balconies to try to make things interesting. You don't need that here because, of course, what's most interesting and what's most pertinent is that the deal is done. These two massive companies have come together. If, as a company, they are to be what they want to be, which is a trusted, essential provider of infrastructure for the digital revolution, then clearly you still need a ton of products, and there were a ton of products and announcements made here. To get more detail on that, let's go to four of my colleagues from ESG to get their key takeaways from the event.
I'm here at Dell in EMC World, and they've certainly done a good job to put a nice veneer on for the customers and show a nice smiling faces where the two companies have gotten together and really formed one now. For me, there's a lot of focus on the infrastructure side of things, which is completely understood, but if I look at the workspace delivery or this workspace creation part of it, it still falls second in line to a lot of the infrastructure pieces. I haven't seen a lot of the talk about and mention about Microsoft, so I think you see major things such as Windows 10, for example, that are right around the corner that they really haven't put their arms around. But they have put solutions together, so I've seen them put AirWatch together with Dell solutions, together with Mozy, and start to understand, all right, the different pieces that they can have a better with Dell or better with Dell EMC solution. But they also have to focus on the partners, right? Citrix is a big partner of theirs that they still have to really consider what's best for that customer as well. So from a veneer, smiling faces, fantastic job, lots more to do under the covers.
You take the panache of Vegas and squeeze it into Austin, Texas, and it's not quite the right fit. By this time next year, since we know that we are going to have a Dell EMC World in Vegas again, that's going to be the big event. I'm kind of hoping this one turns into a CIO retreat, higher level, vision, collaboration, and idea sharing. Let's talk about what's important from a data protection perspective though. There was a lot of news. If you've not been keeping track, EMC is very quickly becoming a cloud-powered data protection leader. Between what they announced in Cloud Tier for Data Domain, Cloud Boost for Networker and Avamar, and then the bevy of other things, including some new enhancements around spanning, they've got a lot to talk about in cloud-powered data protection. It may not be a hero product like Data Domain, but they have enough arrows in the quiver, they're going to be someone to watch in cloud-powered data protection in 2017.
From the partner perspective, it was an interesting kickoff to Dell EMC World with the Partner Summit yesterday. John Byrne started the session with a rousing and emotional positioning of the new company, the combined programs, and the many changes that are being put into place that are going to be effective next February. All in all, the partners received it enthusiastically. I think that the consolidation is going to be hard work, but I think it's going to come off in short order. I see two challenges for both Dell and EMC partners as they both come together in the new program. The current EMC partners who are focused on the enterprise are now going to adapt their business to selling endpoint computing, PCs, servers, things that they weren't as involved with before. Former Dell partners are now going to need to change their game. They're going to need to add more services, they're going to need to sell to enterprises, but the opportunity for both these sets of partners is tremendous.
So the first Dell EMC World, and it's standing room only for Michael's keynote address to kick off the session. I think we're already hitting the limits of what the Austin Convention Center can handle. There's extreme excitement everywhere about the integration of these two technologies. Watching the EMC executive team talk about access to the Dell server roadmap and the operations that Dell is known for is like watching kids in a candy store. Dell and EMC have already announced they're investing and integrating technologies such as the SC storage system and FluidFS. The theme that we're seeing here is let the transformation begin. Dell and EMC, for them, that transformation has already started and is already paying dividends. The VX Rail, for example, is already benefiting from using PowerEdge servers. And those benefits should continue, not only for Dell and EMC, but for its customers.
In terms of the conference as a whole, I think when something as big as this happens, you almost expect magic or something out of the ordinary. And of course, that isn't what you get. You get masses of products and stuff, because that's what you still need to achieve what Dell EMC has in mind. And that means that it's still about products and it's all about execution. I think that this event, the vision, the intent of the company, was best summarized by Michael Dell when he was on stage. And let's see what he had to say.
Dell, EMC, and VMware together. World-class technology democratized by Dell. Boom.
Now, of course, boom still has a lot of effort behind the execution. But Dell EMC has a great start. It's number one in many of the categories it wants, as it didn't fail to tell us multiple times during the last couple of days. We all know that old adage about don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. What I detect here is it really is not a takeover of one company of the other. Forget the finances. It really is a coming together of two sets of capabilities. So there are really two babies and two bathwaters to ensure that ultimately you keep the value from both sides of the equation. But the example that Michael used when he was doing his boom was that of VX Rail. And if Dell EMC can continue to develop and deliver products like that that take the best of both sides, then the opportunity to grab a large chunk of what is an incredibly big business is clearly there.